Goala, and the other side is a very important road which has more corporate offices and other spaces. And our site has been picked up in the location. And once we studied about the area and the site, so we came to know the area has been quietly largely populated with cafes, restaurants, and other small outlets for the foods. And we studied about all the spaces, how the people use it, and how the walking circulation of the spaces in other restaurants. And after doing this study, we come to know why should people come here if there is large amount of cafes already in the location. And client came us with a brief. They required a calm and peaceful cafe, and they required a minimum of 100 seating capacity. And they wanted to retain the existing build form, and which is 35-year-old, and the landlord doesn't want to do any civil changes over it. And the client is highly budget conscious, the design, and we have a budget only of 50 lakhs for the civil renovations and the interiors and everything. And the timeline to complete this project is only 45 days has been planned with the client. This is the pictures of existing site condition. The first one is the empty space in the old villa, and it has been tried to convert it into some commercial space and has been abandoned for some other reason. They tried to convert it into some kind of godown to lay over the GA sheet on it, and the internal floorings has been ripped off, and there are some internal support beams and some civil patch-ups has been there. And this is the existing layout. The site is totally a east-facing plot in the front road, which is 30 feet wide. And these are the existing columns and bricks works in the place. In the front, we allocated for the lobby space, and the build form we segregated in indoor dining and the backside space for the kitchen. And in the front also the semi-done MS structure as the outdoor dining space. Our intent towards the space starts with the name Nirvana. So Nirvana is a state of attaining ultimate peace, clarity and mental calmness. And we wanted to create Nirvana through our space by creating a dynamic spatial experience connecting an indoor and outdoor. And we wanted the people to feel the calmness of the outdoor environment and mood of the environment. And we wanted the design to integrate with nature. And we wanted the sun as the protagonist of the space and the metallurgy as the casting element.
So our plot is east facing, and we wanted the morning sun to enter into our space. So we wanted to create a fabric like structure that allows the sunlight to pass through. So the main character, the sun, we wanted to pass through the space. So we chose this material mango tile with glass, which allowed the sunlight to pass through, creating different patterns on the walls and the floor. And one thing is that we intentionally wanted to arrange them like a chessboard pattern. So the reason is to reduce the heat load of the space, at the same time reduce the client's budget, because since it's a complete budget oriented project, the cost of one mango tile was 45 rupees, whereas the cost of one mango with glass infused tile was 450 rupees. So since the plot is east facing, the western side is completely with tall buildings, naturally cutting off the western sun entering into the space. So if you see the morning, the eastern sun enter into the place with the walls and floors beautifully covering with pattern, whereas the evening sun is partially cut off from the harsh western sun. So we chose the color grey for both the walls and the tiles. The reason is because we don't want the sunlight to amplify the space 2x times, whereas we wanted the sunlight to absorb some and reflect few, making the space very cozy. At the same time, we wanted to create a blank canvas for the sunlight to play, so that it also connects with the theme Nirvana, where we don't want to evoke people's emotions by creating multiple colors. We want them to stay calm and neutral when they come to this place. So from there we chose our mood board as a rustic Scandinavian theme, where we kept all the elements earthy, neutral, simple multiple textures, and we wanted the chessboard pattern both on the roofing and on the flooring, altogether creating a cohesive and calm space in the overall ambience. So this is the floor plan which we received. With about achieved 104 seating area with the outdoor seating of 70 seats and the indoor dining area with 34 seats, and we were able to achieve the kitchen area of about 930 square feet, covering both the connecting both the indoor area and the outdoor area. So talking about the user experience, so the very first thing when people comes to see Nirvana is a bamboo gate. So that is a earthy significance, and that acts as a soft threshold between the outdoor environment and the indoor space. And once they enter into the bamboo gate, they have a small lobby space that allows them to choose between two options. Either they can choose an intimate enclosed indoor dining area, or they can choose a massive outdoor dining area. And we wanted the outdoor dining area to be the magnet of the space. So that answers to the question why. So this is the experience that people gets. So once they enter into the space, the fabric that we have created, beautifully falls on the canvas that we made, and overall the material palette itself that we've used are ropes, rattan, wooden textures, live edge tables. Everything makes the user experience the warmness and earthiness in the whole space, and people get to choose between the different types of seating. So we don't want to introduce any visual barrier or partitions in the space, but still want the privacy to be achieved. So we thought we'll create different heights in the seating, which disconnects the direct connectivity with other people. And in simple words, all we wanted to do is, we wanted the people not to get disconnected from the outside world. They need to feel what time of the day they are in, whether they are in a daylight or in a cozy evening. So the space should tell the time. So just imagine, so if one person comes and orders a coffee, by the time they finish drinking their coffee, the space would have been different. So the sun which was once falling on their foot would have now been fallen on their arms. So it will make them feel alive and dynamic and be present in that current moment. So we, in the massive outdoor dining area, we wanted to create a focal or an anchor element that connects the roof and the floor, and we wanted this to act as an organizing element by also creating an emphasis for the people to come in, and we intentionally put dead tree in the space because that connects with our Nirvana, where we tell that nothing is permanent in life, just be present and mindful of each and every moment. So from the dead tree, we introduced birds nest-like hanging lights from the tree that evokes the sense of, connects the life and death, soul and death, and evokes an idea of shelter in the space. So we also use the warm fabric textures in different heights. So this also acts as a sculptural element because all of the space are left neutral and empty. And basically it is inspired from the true bird's nest, how the cluster is hanging from the tree. And during the process, we actually had a lot of hurdles since it's a tight budget constraint and time constraint project. So first we started off with restructuring the existing MS structure. So during that process, we had to have additional MS supports to hold the weight of the hold the weight of the mangrove tiles because it was initially designed for the GI sheets. So during that re-strengthening process, we had forced to keep a central pole in the center of the space where we actually planned the dead tree to come. Client told that we can just leave off the dead tree because the budget of that FRP tree was around 2 lakhs. Client spent a lot of budget in re-strengthening itself, and usually one thing is that when clients exhaust the budget, the very first thing that they want to do is kill all the design elements. But we don't want our intent to go. So what we did is that we went to streets of Chennai, we roamed around there, and we found a real tree. We brought it to the site, we cut it with the help of a carpenter, we wrapped it around the MS pole with POP person and painters, and we brought the dead tree to life with a budget of only 26,000 rupees. So now this tree acts as a client's canvas. They can decorate it as a Christmas tree during Christmas time, and they can do it as a decorate it with lights during Diwali. And also the people, every time they come here, they feel a dynamic space in this area. So if you can see, this is the right hand side picture, shows the morning sun slowly entering into the space, and the top right left picture shows even if the sun is not there, even a cloudy day can make the place look warm and cozy. And this is a picture which was taken close to noon. It is most of the active time of the cafes. The blank canvas which was left empty, the grey thing, the sun itself applies all the patterns, on the walls and floors. And even the indoor dining area follows the same color palette, ensuring cohesive atmosphere throughout, such as the grey palette, the earthy wooden textures, sculptural lights. And it connects right from the outdoor to the indoors. The materials flows continuously. So initially this was the design sheet that we gave to our client initially. So this is one of our sentimental sheet. The reason is client actually wanted to just put GI sheet and cover it off with false ceiling because they were running out of time. But we showed them how the Nirvana is integrated in the space through right from the sunlight to entering into the roof and falling on the dead trees, and how the patterns are created on the beautiful canvas, altogether conveying the story of Nirvana in the space. So this cafe is actually overcrowded now due to all the weekends, and it is one of the successful cafes. And we hear a lot of Google reviews admiring the sunlight, and the intent that we created, was actually understood by the people. So the people talk about the sunlight, how it's been falling. So what truly matters to us is that we conveyed the intent to the people no matter what tight budget and timelines that we had, and that is one of the picture which was taken by a customer which we saw in Google review. This was, I think, during their lunchtime which they took the picture, and I think that this is the most unfiltered and lived in moment of that client who experienced here, and we felt like the experience, the intention that we wanted to create was experienced by the people, and here we feel like the true story of Nirvana is conveyed to the people. Yes, that's it. Thank you.
Hello, Swati and Sharat.
Hi, sir.
Your name is very apt, reflection matters. You have used this word quite so. You are able to see what is exactly mattering and what is reflecting in the project.
Yes, sir.
And given the tight constraint of the budget, I think so you have done a fantastic job.
Thank you, sir.
One very minor suggestion, throughout your presentation you were only using one negative word, that was the dead tree. I didn't like that.
Okay.
Nothing was dead in the entire presentation. You made it, everything was alive.
Yes, that the
Just
reason
remove that dead name from that. Use a different word and analogy for it, because that also matters.
Sure, sir.
So you have to only reflect on that one word in that entire presentation.
Yeah, sure.
But you have done a great job.
Thank you, sir.
Hi Swati.
Hi, sir.
I think it really shows that you really enjoyed doing this work.
Yeah,
The way you
sir.
explain, and it's like, it looks like you were like a kid in a candy shop, right? When you're doing this, so it really shows.
Exactly.
Hats off to you and the team. It's just that I love the combinations. You cannot go wrong with the concrete and wood combination. I think it's timeless.
Yes.
And the way you've the entire roof, which is like an umbrella over the whole space.
Yeah.
I think it works well.
Yes.
Just that your outdoor space where you have the skylight, I'm a little keen to know about the Chennai heat, in terms of how you've insulation, heat, the humidity. I just want to know a little bit on the climatic conditions. Otherwise, overall, I'm good.
Yeah, so that is the reason why we gone for 50% the Mangalore tiles and the 50% glass infused. Initially, our idea was to go with complete glass roof, but also due to the budget, we were forced to do this kind of condition. But we used around 20 tons of AC in this overall space.
And a city like Chennai with the urban jungle, and people enjoy the light coming inside the space. That's how the restaurant became successful over the time.
20 tons of AC is almost 30% of your cost.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, actually.
Crazy. What are the lights made up of?
It's a fabric light. So in morning time you don't have to switch on any lights, again saving clients electricity budget. Actually the client itself is a young startup, so we wanted to also provide them a budget friendly design, at the same time creating a good experience for the user.
One suggestion again, I mean, the way I look at things, the right side photo, when you have the grey wall as a backdrop, always make sure you use the darker switch plates. You know, don't use the white color switch plates. So
Right.
kind of really, those small things, those
Yes.
they come a long way, but you'll grow into it eventually.
Sure, sir.
Good job.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Swati, your enthusiasm was, your passion was very contagious, so
Yeah.
it was, while Meghna was very poetic in her rendition, you were like, I am here to tell you the story of the sun.
Yeah, ma'am, exactly. The story of Nirvana.
Yeah. Oh, it didn't feel like Nirvana to me, but it was like more like life infused.
Yes.
Yeah, so very well done. And minor suggestions here and there, like how do you hide the MCB there? How do you kind of not draw attention, our attention at least, to the switchboards? At least turn the photograph a little bit around, or
Yes.
something like that. But
Yeah.
overall, well thought of, well done,
Thank you.
nice intervention.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Sir, thank you.
You did a fantastic job.
Thank you,
And
sir.
especially the play of lights, it's really impressive. But the budget you said, it is not actually matching. The budget was tight, I understand, but 20 tons of AC and 15 lakhs of budget is not matching. So you can increase that budget in your next presentation.
Finally came up to 54 lakhs.
That's what you started with 15 lakhs, right?
50 was the client's budget. We finally asked them to spend another 4 lakhs and
Oh
it
yes,
was
then
54
that is
lakhs.
that's my bad. I thought it was 15 lakhs.
No, 54 lakhs.
Okay, fine. Great job. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Swati. I think all of us enjoyed the way you actually took us around and you were so excited about it. And I think great job. Just a small suggestion, if your private dining, like the other part, would also have had the same feel, I think it would have made a little more. But otherwise, I think lovely. I love the skylight. I love the play of light, and I think your whole intent has been transformed the way you wanted it to be. And clients' reviews
Yes.
is all that matters towards us as designers.
Definitely.
So, all the best. All
Thank you, ma'am.
Hi Swati.
Hi, ma'am.
I like the minimalism in this space. Of course, you didn't have a budget to do much more, but it's come together very nicely.
Yes.
What happens in the evening? Is this place closed after the sun sets?
No. It is actually open till 10:30. So we have that floor lamps here and we have that hanging lights. So that will have that soft illumination in the space. During the daytime, they don't have to switch on any lights.
And another small thing, like the couch that you've used here with the ropes,
Yeah.
it's got a full side. So it's very difficult for guests to get inside and on the couch.
Okay.
Next time when you do a space, maybe you should have a shorter side.
Yeah.
But overall, really like the colors and the entire vibe of the space and your presentation.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.